Alright, today's gonna be really casual, so we're sitting today. I haven't cleaned up the trash from Sunday either, so there's a lot of trash under here. Hello, everybody. It's so funny, I look short. In this angle, I do look short. I'm 5'2". 5'2", that's the lore, right? Good to see everybody. I think there's like a couple of people in here. If you enjoy this kind of live stream, I guess, just smash the like button. Hello, Gracie. What's up, Keed? Oh, Keed, I can technically open up your package today, too, if you want me to do that. I have it in the living room. But I can open that up if you would like me to. But yeah, this is basically on my quote-unquote days off. I don't take days off, chat. You know this. You know this. This is a it's a YouTube exclusive. We're not doing anything on TikTok right now, so we're just hanging, we're vibing. If you guys want, if you like this kind of stuff, like I'm down. I'm not always gonna do this on like a normal stream day though. It'll probably be on like regular days. But yeah, we didn't really like restock much. We just had Perfect Order, a little bit of Phantasmal Flames, Chaos Rising. Our next wave of Ascended Heroes, I think, comes in tomorrow. So, nothing like crazy. We got orders out today from the last stream. So we shouldn't have a lag either. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's like an internet thing. It's usually like a server thing for what we're doing. But just to give you guys like an idea of what's going on, I'm actually sorting Pokemon bulk. We haven't had Pokemon, like lower end Pokemon stuff on our TCG player in a while. And I was thinking about giving it a shot because we actually have a ton of like Ascended Heroes bulk. This is a bunch of like the reverse hollows, and they actually hold decent value. A lot of them are like a quarter or over, and we have like hundreds of these cards. So basically every 4 that sell is like $1. And those like really add up, honestly. If you guys have watched any of the TCG player content. But we're just here, we're like just chatting and yapping today. So if you have any like questions or want to like see kind of like how we actually do this stuff, you just feel free. This is going to be completely raw and like unfiltered. I'm basically going to like sort through some bulk. And I'm probably going to break down some boxes for like what we typically use to restock the shelves with loose packs, the stuff that you guys don't see behind the scenes. But this is what we typically do on the days we're not streaming. Are you busy tomorrow? Gracie, I have to go to Frankensons tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be free tomorrow. Just hit me up though. Said, want more for you to sort in that package? All right, for sure. So maybe I should open it up. I'm actually just looking at like Chaos Rising right now, because there's a lot of really good value in the lower end of Chaos Rising. We don't have a ton of Chaos Rising bulk. We haven't opened a ton of it. So like, yeah, but I kind of just like use my phone to check this kind of stuff. I'll show you guys. Sorry, I didn't already. Wait, what? Didn't already what? Yeah, just bug me about it, Gracie. I mean, you're doing me a favor. You're helping me out, so I'll make a point to like go. What the heck? Why is there? Huh? Wait, hold on. Sorry, I just found like a label for something that should have been sent out. But maybe the person who was helping us with shipping might have. I'm gonna have to like ask her about that actually. Hold on. Let me check. Alright, it won't update till tomorrow. Hopefully she didn't accidentally. Maybe she just printed it twice on accident. Hope you look through those A specs and price them accordingly. I do have a bunch of A specs. Actually, what's up? Golden ticket. We got Trevor in the chat. What's up? I do have some A specs that I do need a price. There's like what's it called? I have like unfair stamps and stuff. Those are like $15, which is crazy. Crazy. Sorting all Mo bulk, I see. No, this isn't. I wish it was all Mo bulk, because Mo usually has good bulk. But we have like Chaos Rising from stuff that we've opened personally, Ascended Heroes from stuff that we've opened personally. I threw some of Mo's like Ascended stuff that was in here. But yeah, this is kind of what this is what I do on like our days off. So it's going to be like very chill. I'm probably going to be like in and out of here for like moments of time where I kind of just lock in, do some sorting, go out into the living room and grab the boxes when we break them down. So I guess I'll be able to show you guys exactly where like our packs come from when we do loose packs and things like that. But yeah, today's going to be a very like low energy, low effort live stream for the homies. I guess I could have made this. We could have made it members only, but we don't really need to. Make sure you get all your Dunsparce up too. Like, oh, the Dunsparce? Yeah, the Dunsparce engine's pretty gnarly. We can chat about like meta stuff too if you guys want to. Like, I haven't really checked out many of these decks, but the Alakazam like deck is proving like time and again, like lately, to be really insane. It's had some really good showings at some of these majors that have been happening. One sec, I'm just gonna pull up Chaos Rising here and check out the rares and below. So typically Neo, Heroes Cape, Max Belt. I might have some Max Belts actually, yeah. Might have some Max Belts. What's up, Moby? How we doing? 17 homies in the chat. Just coming to like hang out too. Like this is literally just hanging out and like sorting and like breaking down. This is like the real behind the scenes of what it's like to run like a live stream / business kind of thing. Because we're doing like more of the business end stuff today. We're not like, it's not the glamour of like ripping packs, and like Sunday was an absolute movie, like, you know, so like the aftermath of like a Sunday like that, you know, I'm tired, man. And like obviously I like love this stuff. Obviously we love it, otherwise we wouldn't be doing this. But yeah, this is like the down and dirty stuff that you guys don't always get to see. So if you like this kind of insight into what I actually do in between days of streaming, like I can show you guys more often. Like all it takes me is turning on a camera, and like we don't have any secrets here. There's no secrets. Like if you guys want to know like the real like the real unfiltered what it's kind of like to do this stuff, this is what you got. This is what you get. So I'm checking out right now. I'm on tcgplayer.com. So I kind of just sort it like high to low from like the rares and below. So obviously special red cards are huge. I've already plucked out a bunch of those that I got from a buddy of mine. So we have a ton of these. But now that like our TCG player is kind of good and operational and doing its thing, like we get, you know, basically orders every day, like a handful of orders at least every day, even without restocking. Like the days we do big restocks, we get massive influxes, which obviously is, you know, it's going to happen when the inventory goes super wide. But a lot of these cards are like market price above 10-15 cents for these commons and uncommons for Chaos Rising, which has been really surprising. That's very surprising. It's not all the time where a set does that well, and that's usually one of my indicators that a set performs well, you know, like it's doing well, is when the bulk cards actually do continue to hold value, because not everybody is going to be able to find it. And like we're very fortunate. Like I have, what is that, 1 2 3 4 5 boxes, like boxes of Chaos Rising on the shelf that hasn't even touched the store yet, and I don't think they're going to, unless we are desperate and need to restock packs from booster boxes. But like not everybody's going to be in like that position like us. Like I'm very thankful every single day that we've been doing this for a long time and we have access to it. Not everybody's going to have access to ripping the product, so they're just going to buy the commons, uncommons, and rares, whether it's for master setting, playing the game, stuff like that. David, I am not scheduled to vend anytime soon, but like I can vend kind of whenever. Like we have the inventory. Like these binders that sit back here are like binders of just stuff that can like that sit on our tables, and they're not necessarily like big dollar cards or anything, but to be honest, this is the stuff that really people go to card shows and try to find and buy. Like these, illustration rares, so on and so forth. I have a binder filled with, I think this binder is literally almost full of like just lower end EXs that you probably charge between $1 to $5 for, depending on the EX. Like this whole thing is like filled. And then we have promos and stuff in the back. So technically, like, we can set up to vend anytime, but the inventory wouldn't be like optimized. You want to have a little bit of everything for everybody. You want to have low end, you want to have high end. Basically, if someone comes up to your table and they say like, hey, like I'm looking for XYZ, you want to have X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So items / supporters, claim all. You want all? Well, I'm not. These are going on TCG Player. But Trevor, if there's actually anything you need, just let me know, and like I can sell them to you for like a really good price. Like I can build lots for you guys. Like we have like everything. Like these are Hildas. Like what? I have almost 2 play sets of Hildas here. Hildas are like, I think like $2, like $2 a piece, which is crazy. Low end stuff, yeah, it sells faster than high end, but obviously your margins are going to be higher on the high end, which is kind of the case. So typically when I'm like sorting through bulk, I kind of just try to get an idea of like cards I'm looking for. So it looks like special red card, Crobat rares. The Metagross engine seems to be like really popular. Ho-Oh, a lot of the rares are actually doing decently well. The frogs, yes, like Frogadiers people need. And then basically anything like under 15 cents I kind of just like leave in the bulk for now. So I'll just be sorting out like anything foil, and then stuff that's not foil would be like the Pumpkaboo that I probably gotta take out. Pumpkaboo and the Metagross line. June 11th is my first show. Dude, I saw the email. I'm definitely gonna try to like pop out and check it out. Frogadier off the bat. So what we kind of do, like I literally just sift through this by hand, take out anything that's foil, take out anything that I saw for sure on front page. Like this Ninetales is pretty low on the front page, but it's there. It's like 13 cents, so I probably don't need to take those out. But anything regarding like the Metagross line seems to be pretty good. I'll just throw that all in a stack here by like non-hollows, hollows, reverse hollows, and then just go back through it again later. I also sort out the energy cards. Like this Crobat is, you know, the Crobat's apparently money. And by money, I mean like, you know, like 20 cents. Like there's nothing in the bulk cards that's going to make me rich overnight, you know. Like when you're doing this stuff, you're working for it. But to be honest, it's something that kind of, you know, relaxes the mind. You kind of just get to turn off your brain for a little bit and pluck things out. So I'm going to take out the Vulpix as well. I don't think this is the Froakie people are playing, so I don't know if we need that. Which is a kind of a shame, because like that Froakie illustration rare is so sick. So people are probably going to opt to play it anyways. Hope your floor is going to keep it liquid. Yeah, the floor, honestly, our floor price is really low on like TCG Player. Our floor price is 10 cents. With a lot of people do floor price of like 25 cents and everything like that. But we do so much volume on TCG Player nowadays that we can kind of just leave cards at like 10 cents and be totally fine with that. Like we've been doing good volume. Should I take out Prism Towers? They're like 13 cents. What's my cutoff here? 15 cents going to be my cutoff. So anything below 15 cents we're not going to take out. Anything below 15 cents we don't need to take out. So maybe I don't need that Vulpix. Never mind. Vulpix 17 cents. We're good. What's up, Seb? Thanks for popping in. Ooh, another Crobat. We're up. Reverses. Angie Floette. Don't need. I guess we don't need the Beldums and Matangs then. Just the Metagross is fine. Prism Celeste Angie Floette engine. Yeah, like that engine is really good, but it's not really like worth the time to like sort them out, if that makes sense. At least right now, because I'm not doing like a full upload of everything from Chaos Rising. We're just taking out a handful of the good stuff because it takes a long time to list this stuff too. I know a reverse hall energy you could have for blowing Jordan. No. Low key, bro, we should just frame it. We just frame it to remember it always. We'll use it as a reminder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is literally all I do on like my quote unquote days off. Like this isn't I never take actual days off, guys. I'm also gonna be doing that. Frog line growing, I'd keep an eye out. You think the full line is? I'm taking out Frogadiers. I don't think the Froakie. I don't know if the Froakie. Oh, that's money. Look at that special red card reverse. I don't think the Froakies are like too crazy. Wow, it's a lot of reverse holo Punkaboos. Those are gonna be value. But basically, whenever I like load stuff into TCG Player, especially for Pokemon, I kind of just get a bunch of stuff and then build like a little chaos inventory for it, where we just like alphabetize everything and just keep everything in like alphabetical order. Like we don't really worry about the sets. But this time around, since we have so much from Ascended Heroes that's going to be going live, I might have to keep that kind of separate. When people say they got cooked, we bring out the frame. Yeah. It's so brutal, man. Why are we got to stop reliving this, Jordan, but also never forget. Never forget. Oh, I thought Great Hall Nets would be performing better, but I guess they are pretty specific, huh? Yeah, Great Hall Net doesn't look like it's... Yeah, Great Hall Net gonna be like more in the 10-cent range. None of those reverse holo special red cards were not in my box. Wait, none of those reverse holo special red cards were not in my box. Wait. Oh, that's true. We didn't pull one for you, but we got the good one. We got the full art for you. We did get the full art. Trevor, why are we complaining? We pulled you the SIR. We pulled you the SIR Greninja, dude. Why are we mad? Why are we mad about not seeing a reverse holo special red card? That's so funny. Oh, man. Do I even... I guess we can pull out Great Hall Nets. I guess we can pull them out. They're playable. Somebody somewhere will want them. Someone somewhere. Just noting that. Yeah, we have... Well, these I bought in. I, like, bought them from my buddy John. Just straight up bought them at, like, I don't know, like 10 cents a piece. Because he had sorted them out. Because he knew they were going for a little bit. And I was like, oh, yeah, that... If you're going to sort them out for me, like, I'll give you a good rate for them. Because I didn't have to go through and find them myself. Great Hall Nets. Speaking of being cooked, opened about 50 packs total of Chaos. And still no IR of any kind yet. Ooh. SIR I can understand for sure. But IR, you definitely should have seen one by now. I don't know. I think I have. I have like 3 packs of Chaos on the shelf right now. Maybe I'll rip like a pack later. Like the real reason I haven't been ripping that much is because like I haven't had time. Like if I'm gonna rip something, I want to enjoy it, you know. What's my favorite 30th anniversary card? Like from the classic collection, I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like they're making Celebrations round 2, and it's just not as cool the second time. I'm gonna be real. Like I wish they did more unique artwork. I wish they went more of like a generation style for this 30th anniversary set and made artwork specifically for the set. Like they don't need to reprint that. Shout out Mitsuhiro Rita, I love you, but like they don't need the OG base set Zard artwork again. That just diminishes the value of all the other ones, in my opinion. And like I get it, it's cool to like have the feeling of pulling that artwork, you know, so many times, but I feel like it detracts from the 5, how many now? Celebrations, Evolutions, Base 1, Base 2, Stormfront, kind of. Am I missing one? The Pokemon TCG Classic. And this is just in English too. I said Celebrations already, right? Yeah, so it's like 6 other printings basically of that artwork. I think it's underwhelming. It just feels like they're trying to give people, I don't know. I kind of see where they're coming from for like some of these classic collections, because a lot of those packs nowadays are like completely out of reach, you know? Completely out of reach. Nobody's going to be able to open Team Up to pull a Pikachu and Zekrom. Like, not your average collector is not going to drop $300 on a pack just to try to pull that regular double rare Pikachu and Zekrom tag team. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. And Tag All-Stars is $100+ a pack now in Japanese. So, like, even your Japanese counterparts for a lot of those tag team sets. Like, I get it. And they're trying to, like, let people do that. And it is, like, a celebration of, like, where they've come from and everything. But I just don't think it was necessary. I think a lot of those cards are, like, pretty unnecessary to, you know, try to give life back to. I think that takes away from the appreciation of the older sets. You know what I mean? I said I will, but I don't want the people. Yeah, 100%. Dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it takes away from the appreciation or being able to appreciate those older sets, you know? Like, I don't know. I think reprinting cards is cheap. For a company this big, and it's like, you know, 30 years. That's a big milestone. But we'll be honest, Generations, better set than Celebrations. The main reason it's better than Celebrations is because of how unique the artwork was. That, in my opinion. I think Generations didn't really have any playable cards that came out of it. A couple. And same with Celebrations. Like, you played that Mew Holo Rare. You played the Zacian V in Gardevoir when Gardevoir was first coming out. But that's really it, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be playable. Like, make it cool. And, like, I think some of the cards that are coming out are going to be cool. Like, the Mew and the Mewtwo, like, that's cool. They're introducing a new rarity, but I don't think it's necessary to, like, keep reprinting those cards. You know, like, if people want to open or, like, have the feeling of pulling that, like, no matter what, it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to feel the same as pulling it from the OG. And, like, I understand that they want to give people an alternative to pull that kind of stuff, but it's just, I just don't think it's necessary. I really don't think it's necessary. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. As somebody who's been in it for a long time. Like, I feel like this set was made to cater to the people who were late. You know what I mean? And that could just be me, like, spouting my unk status, you know? You know, like, I feel like that could be just me being, like, a cranky older guy who's been collecting Pokemon for a long time. But it feels like, oh, you started collecting Pokemon within the last 2 years, so you probably didn't get to open Team Up when it was MSRP, when it was $3 to $5, and you could buy a Latios and Latias for $50, or buy someone like 10 packs at the card shop and they'll gladly trade you one. You know what I mean? Like, that's how the set feels to me. It feels like they didn't really try. And that's my personal opinion, and I'm always going to be honest with you guys. I do think the foiling on the Japanese cards, from the way they've been presenting them and kind of showcasing what they're kind of going to look like, I think the Japanese version of the set clears. Like, absolutely clears. I think that's one cool thing the set has going for it, and that's the Japanese foiling. I think the Japanese foiling is sick. That's what I got to say. I want to see the Gengar Prime from Triumphant before I see the 30th. That's what I'm saying, dude, is like, I don't know. I feel like it just takes away from how cool. Granted, those packs are dumb expensive now. All of those packs are so expensive, and I get it. To have that alternative, to still pull that artwork. But don't take away from the reason those packs are cool. It's like they're trying to like, no offense. If you're a newer collector, I mean no offense by this. But it's like they're trying to reward the people who haven't been in it for that long, you know? Like, the people who have been in it for a long time, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say this. We want to see something new. We want to see, like, we can regale all day about, like, how far Pokemon has come, but I want to see something new. I want to see something new and fresh to, like, prove that Pokemon is still actively growing, you know? I feel like that's what an anniversary should feel like to me. So, Moby just says Yu-Gi-Oh! Reprints? Yeah, and you wonder why people hate Yu-Gi-Oh! There's like, the game isn't good enough to be, no offense Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Edison format, and that's because we enjoy that format. It's like one of the highest like skill cap formats. It's a locked format. Nothing ever changes. It's great. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't a good enough game to be carried solely by the game. You know, that's why the company is desperate. Konami is desperate. And that's why they did these serialized cards, because they needed to create an influx of collectability to the game to keep it alive and get people's attention back on it. That's like the real reason they did that. You know, and I think it was a smart move. I think it was a very smart move. They gave people something new. They didn't keep just printing things into the ground and all of that, because when you print things into the ground like that, the customer base loses faith. Why are they going to buy this expensive card when a month from now the card is going to be like, in some instances, like 1%, literally 1% of what it was worth when it came out? Like, why? Why would they? Why would they go in? Why would they do that? Am I taking? Oh crap! I was taking out Vulpixes. I think I may have missed some Vulpixes. Jordan says, taking that joy away from me. Yeah, like that's the thing. I feel like they're taking away the joy, and maybe not taking it away, but like, you know, trying to kind of hinders it. It's like I pulled it from here. Like, there's two places I can pull it from now rather than one. It makes the set less cool. It cheapens it, if that makes sense. Not like financially, but I guess emotionally, you know? And like that kind of emotional intrinsic value is something that's kind of kept Pokemon and the appreciation for the older Pokemon sets alive for so long. And I get it, it's 30 now, so tell Eileen all the time, if they make a little bit of that slot money they make and put it into Yu-Gi-Oh! They could so much. Wait, what? If they take a little bit of that slot money they make and put it into Yu-Gi-Oh! They could do so much. The slot... Oh, like the the Konami, like, casino games? Like the horse racing game? Shout out my boy Kabuki King on the Konami horse racing game. I love that game. Me and my buddies will sit around it for like an hour. Well, literally, when we were in Vegas, we sat around it for like an hour, just like minimum betting and just getting drinks and stuff. It was super fun. Hope they print this anniversary set bigger than they did the first celebrations, and hit rates super easy. I feel like it's gonna be really easy hit rates for like classic collection. I think it's gonna be like celebrations where things were really easy to pull. I don't know if it's gonna be a 4-card set or like a full like booster pack, but I feel like it's going to be more like a Celebrations than a normal set. So like maybe a 4-card, maybe a 5-card booster pack for the English version. You know what I mean? 150 cards. Yeah, 150 cards, that's a very small amount of cards, you know? Well, 150 is probably not including... Is it 150 total? Or not including the classic collection that's coming out? Because how many? There's literally only like 50 cards in Celebrations. Like, I don't even know. Probably 4 cards in a Pika. That's true, right? They said a Pikachu comes out of every pack. There's a Pikachu in every pack. Which I think... I personally think that's a cute idea. I think that's a cute, novel idea. Necessary? Who knows? But a cute, novel idea. I have zero problems with the fact that they're putting a bunch of Pikachus in the set. Like, I think that's fun. I think that's a very fun thing. You're always going to get one of those Pikachus. No matter what. And you're not going to have to, like, chase to the ends of the earth to find them. You're always going to get the Pikachus. An ode to the OG, Jesse James, Red Blue, Professor Oak. Yeah, that would have been cool, Trevor, but I understand why they didn't do it. They're really, really, really trying to push this new generation, because Liko is still overshadowed by literally, 26 years now of, like, anime, and, like, IP that was centered around Ash, like, decades. And, like, they're trying to promote, like, Horizons and the new characters for the new generation. Because Liko is going to be Ash to some of these kids. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be kids that grow up on, like, the new protag. Not the old one. Which I think... So, I think it's valid that they're not spending time, like, regaling over Ash. Like, it's cool that Misty's getting another card. Like, Misty got another card in, like, Abyssai. Like, that's very cool. And, like, some of the trainers, but they can't focus on the main protagonist too much. Otherwise, that's like a... I understand where they're coming from. It speaks to, like, the weakness. The weakness of, like, the new protagonist. In terms of, like, how she is not as impactful as Ash is yet. And I don't know. Like, who knows? Like, Liko might become, like, way more prevalent at some point to, like, this younger generation, younger demographic. 30 Pikas or 30 Pikas plus holo versions? I don't know, Moby. I'm not going to lie. I just watched, like, the little sizzle reel that kind of showed what was coming out. So I didn't really see it too in depth. But when the sets come out, we rip these sets so much when they come out that I like to not really see too much on it. And there's, a billion people whose, like, content is just centered around, like, what's new, what's fresh, what's coming out. And that's what they make videos on. And, like, my screen is, like, flooded with them all the time. And it's like, oh, speculating what card's going to be, like, really sought after and expensive here. Like, it's... So, like, I see it. I'm, like, surrounded by it, but I don't really care. I want to open it. I want to experience it for myself. Because of how much of the stuff we do get to open, like, it doesn't... I want to enjoy it while I'm opening it, not know exactly what I'm looking for right away, I want to be able to take it all in and just be like, yo, this card is sick. It doesn't matter how expensive it is. Like, when we got to open Abyssai, like, I didn't get to see, like, any of those ARs. I got spoiled on the Darkrai. I got spoiled on the Slowbro. Because I had friends who were like, oh, bro, this card is totally a U card. And they were right, they were right. And that's because they know me. Because I know Haxie literally sent it to me and he just went, bro. It was like, I need a billion of these. But my personal enjoyment from opening, like, a new set comes from it being new to me, So the more new I can let it feel when I open it, the better. I said, oh, a stream. What's up, House Riot? Yeah, we're just vibing. I'm literally sitting here sorting bulk, and we're just chatting and yapping. It's kind of like an AMA. Have you ever ripped any Team Plasma? Mariano, we've opened one of every booster pack. I think I can confidently say that now, right, Jordan? We've opened at least one of every booster pack ever released in English. I think at least one of each. There might be, like, a straggler EX set that we haven't opened. Maybe. maybe like an EX Dragon. And like, I want to say maybe Aquapolis, but I think we opened Aquapolis. Like way early. Because they were like, I want to say when we would have opened Aquapolis, they were like $400 or $500. Like I think we've opened one of everything at least. Which is a cool thing to say. That's a very, very cool thing to say. First edition, not like first edition. We haven't opened first edition base set. We opened, we did do Dragon and Aquapolis. Yeah, like there's some like stragglers that I'm like, I don't know if we did that one or not. Mostly because it's like, I don't know why we would be ripping those sets. Like if we were going to open some of those EX era sets, like some of those don't make as much sense to open. But we've definitely done like Hidden Legends. We've done Team Magma, Team Aqua. We've done Double Crisis before it was as expensive as it is now. House Riot, the first time we sold Double Crisis on stream, I want to say we sold them for like $45. And then the next time we did it, they were like up to $75, but like under 100 for sure. Like we were opening those 4-pack blisters like it was nothing. We were like, oh, this is a cool set. Like nobody gets to open this. And we would just put them on the site, and all 4 would sell in like a second, and we'd just rip them. Like yeah, I think the first few times we did it, I think first time we did it was under 50. The next time we did it, they were up to like 75. So we were opening Cosmic Eclipse when they were like $5 packs. Yeah, we did all these packs when they were way less than they are now. Way less than they are now. Like it wasn't really, like we opened Team Up. The first time we opened Team Up for, I don't know if we really did it on stream because we opened a lot of those for ourselves. But we would buy those Pikachu blisters. They were expensive at the time for us, you know. We were like paying like $20. We were paying $20 and we're like, damn, I'm paying $20 for a booster pack just to make content on it. We were like, oh, but this set's so cool. Not even for the Lovebirds. We didn't even want it for that. We wanted it for just like the tag teams. Just the tag teams in general. The Lovebirds we didn't really care too much about. I'll be honest, I still don't really care that much about the Lovebirds. Like that's like I've had so many chances to buy the Lovebirds for I think the cheapest one I've ever been offered was probably for like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like I could have traded like modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards that would have been like $80 for Latios and Latios. Like back when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I wasn't even collecting Pokemon as heavily. I would just rip it. And I had a bit of a collection because I enjoyed ripping it and opening it. But like I could have traded for one for like $80. I want to say somebody wanted like an Ash Blossom, which, to be fair, that would have been an insane trade. Because Ash Blossom eventually, you know, got reprinted 1 billion times by Konami. And like, Ash Blossom at the time when it first came out from what was that? Maximum Crisis? Is it Maximum Crisis? It's a yellow box. It had Dragonic Diagram and stuff like that in there. But yeah, like it was probably like something like that came out around, you know, like 2018, 2019 when the set would have been coming out. But I refused to trade for like a Lily because I wanted to pull that. That's something I regret. Like I could have just bought the Lily, but I had to pull it. But that was more so like at a time too in like Pokemon where like, you know, if you're gonna pull a card, it's not gonna cost you like tens of thousands of dollars to do it. Like it would have cost me like in theory, to buy a case of Ultra Prism at the time would have cost me less than $600, less than $100 a box, because Ultra Prism was cheap. All those boxes were so cheap; they were under MSRP. So they have like 5 to 6 sets in Chinese for Harry Potter. Wait, what is this Harry Potter thing? What's our favorite thing that I have? Oh, that's honestly a fantastic question, Steven. I don't think I have a favorite. I don't think I have one favorite thing. I do think one of my. I think one of my like all-time grails is it was a not it wasn't a gift. I still paid them for it, but they gave me a really good price. And this is like one of our OG like viewers. But back here on the shelf, I have a factory sealed, like really clean copy of Pokemon Snap. That I've been like teetering between whether or not I want to get it graded for so long, but I don't like the way they look encased like that. So we have it protected in like an acrylic. But that was shout out Brandon G at Retro Collects. I hope they're doing well. We haven't seen them in like a long time. They occasionally randomly pop in on TikTok. But like Pokewall OG like community member who deals in like higher end vintage retro video games, and he knew that's like my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I was like, hey, I got a really clean copy and do you want to buy it? And gave me like a killer deal. Basically kind of like matched the price of one that was like a little bit like more beat up than this one. He was like, yeah, you just buy it at this price, da 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 da. Like, I know you love this game, and like that's it's the sentimental stuff like that that is why things are like my favorite. We have some like really cool stuff back there. Don't get me wrong, but that like this VCR we have back here was a gift from my buddy Sam, who actually used to live in this room. Funny enough, he used to live in here before it was converted into an office. Before he moved out and everything. Yeah, but like that kind of stuff. Like probably one of my Grail cards is gonna be like a gift from either Jordan or like Keone. Like Keone sent me like a PSA 1 like Uyama's Pikachu like years ago, and I feel bad because they're expensive now. But like the gifts I receive from people are gonna be the things that like hold the highest weight for me. Like those are the things I never can get rid of, kind of thing. So those are my grails. My grails are the things that have stuff like that attached to it. Because at the end of the day, like 99% of this stuff in this room can be bought for money, a lot or a little, and that's not why we do this. We don't do it for the money. It's not. If we did it for the money, we'd be much more rich and probably would have been out of here by now. You know what I mean? So, wait. My Little Pony, Naruto, Demon Hunter, Harry Potter. Oh, Caillou. Yeah, Caillou is collecting IPs like Infinity Stones. My buddy is like a part of the company that creates those cards. Is like behind Caillou. What's up, Moto? But yeah, like I don't know. What would be like? What's like a really cool thing back there? We don't really talk about too much. I don't know. We got some. There's some like crazy stuff back there. Actually, like the more I look at it, like all the way up here, it's like a complete inbox like copy of Pokemon Stadium 2. Pokemon Stadium 2 in Japanese. This is like a light, like Christmas lights. A lot of these older figures as well. Like there's a Dawn right here. This is a sealed Ash and Misty in Japanese. I want to say it's, I think that's like a OG Tomy as well. Some like, yeah. But we've been doing this for so long. That's how we have all this cool stuff. It's because I'm a hoarder. Basically. Reach out to this other streamer and I watch and want to give them the Harry Potter set to test selling it live. Interesting. Guys, I think I might have a call with, you guys know what the Finite packs are? I know there's a lot of streamers that do them. I know Yuna does them. I think it's like a really great idea. So like, I reached out to them and basically said I kind of want to test out the stuff. So we might test out some of that stuff soon here at some point. So aren't we all? Told the guy no today for 20K for my complete 151 base. Neo Genesis. Couldn't let it go. That will happen. What's up, Monkey D. Lufia? Thanks for popping in. I'm just out here sorting. We're still on Chaos Rising. I'll show you guys everything I plucked out of the Chaos Rising bulk we had here, though, in a sec. So all the reverses and like hollows and stuff are taken out. I don't know if we're gonna list reverses and hollows, but they're here. They're here. These are just cards that I think we should put on TCG Player. So I will. Pumpkaboo, Metagross, Vulpix, Frogadier. Streaming tomorrow, so what time? Steven, no, we won't be streaming tomorrow. I gotta do like restocks and stuff. I mean, we have like product. We can stream. It's just not gonna be like, you know, enough. Not enough like variety for what we like to have on stream. I feel like anytime we get the cooler stuff in, it's hard to get cooler stuff in quantity, if that makes sense. Like we don't get that much at a time. And rather than like sitting on it and waiting for it to like develop and build enough cool stuff to kind of sustain itself for every stream, we kind of just throw it up immediately and let people grab it. Because with how crazy the market is, like we could have it and then a week later it could be like another 15% higher, you know? It could be lower too, but typically in the market like what today is, chances are it's going up before it goes down. So I'd rather let people get in at a price point that's better for them. I think the gold cards are fugly. What do you mean? What gold cards? Like the MURs? I'm not the biggest fan of the MURs. I like how it makes me laugh when people are like, gold cards are the coolest thing in the world now that they're like hard to get and expensive. But we had like gold cards for years, and people were like, ugh, a gold card for so long. Seeing people like switch up their mindsets on them is so funny to me, bro. Like, come on, a Galarian Obstagoon from Vivid Voltage, that gold card actually is sick. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, but when they did the gold cards, they would put the shiny version of the Pokemon on there. So they're shiny Pokemon. That's how you got shiny Pokemon throughout the Sword and Shield era, outside of the shiny sets. They put shiny Pokemon on the gold cards for the secret rares. But yeah, I mean, some of them are cool, some of them aren't. Like the Snorlax, that card is sick. That card is sick. Like, you can't tell me that card isn't great. Like, it's a fantastic card. And we don't get, like, a lot of cool Snorlax cards. But yeah, seeing people switch up who, like, hated gold cards to being like, oh, they're the coolest thing in the world now. That's something, like, a lot of us laugh about. It's because, like, when they were easier to pull, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Was doom scrolling on YouTube, watching a video of Kiki. I was there, yeah. I was there. Nice guy. Kiki was a very nice guy. It's Edgar. What's up, Edgar? Pokemon Tazos. The plastic coins from way back when. Yes, I do remember those. Those, I think that would have been like the predecessor to the Battle Coin game that we have one of the booster packs for up there, actually. From like Trev's childhood, which is crazy. Alright, now that I pulled out reverses and hollows, I don't think I need to sort out reverses and hollows. I'm just going to take out the good ones. I feel like these energies are pretty good. Trev, I don't know if Trevor's here still. Trevor Y. The energies, I think, are still pretty good, right? Like Magnetic and Bubbly. Yeah. There's first pages, about 15 cents. So I'll take those out as well. I will take the energies out. Do you remember Pogs? Of course I remember Pogs. Of course I remember Pogs. I never really did anything with Pogs, but I remember them. I think I would have been, like, too young for the heyday of, like, Pogs. Sorry, I'm locked in again. Any plans on visiting Japan again this year? Rostrum, I just got word that, like, some of my friends are going for the Rayquaza set release. And I'm getting, like, a bit of FOMO, but technically my passport's still expired. I just haven't had any breathing room to, like, lock that in and just do it. Which, it won't take me that long. I also just have severe ADHD, so in terms of, like, doing things I need to be doing, I am terrible at that. But I want to do that. I think it's on my docket to do it this week. If I, like, don't plan it out, like, weeks in advance, like, I'm never going to do it. So it's on my schedule tackle this week, just to get it like out of the way, because we do want to go in September. I would like to go in September. That's, I think, our goal for the next time Trev and I will be there, because I think we're foregoing what's it called? I think we're foregoing Worlds. I believe we are going to forego Worlds. We're not going to go this year. I'm not a big fan of San Francisco. We grew up in the Bay Area, so like we've been there when it was great, and then when it all kind of started going downhill. And to be honest, I don't want to be there with like a bunch of expensive Pokemon stuff. It sounds dangerous to me. Like, it sounds dangerous to me. With the state of San Francisco. If you guys live in or around San Francisco, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not what it used to be. San Fran is not what it used to be. Way to be responsible on how you play out your goals and things to do through docs. I don't understand what you're saying there, Rostrum, but thank you. I think that it's definitely a compliment. It reads as a compliment. Or like, oh, like documents, got you. Like, if I need to do that. Yeah. Like, I have to like basically schedule myself to do it. I have to like schedule myself to do it. And if I don't, I'll never get it done. Never in a million years. Japan or SF, yeah, easy choice. 100% easy choice. I would Japan a billion times before I would choose to go to San Francisco. No offense to my San Francisco homies. It's just not for me, not anymore. It's scary out there, especially if we were going to be lugging around like thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards while we're out there. I've just heard too many horror stories, like cars getting broken into, and that's when it's not heavily centralized around expensive cardboard floating around the city, So if you guys are going to Worlds, just stay safe. That's all I really can say, is just stay safe. All right, I think that's enough from Chaos Rising to have been pulled out. Went to SF last weekend to watch the Giants game, and yeah, fan folds everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Last time I went there, this might be TMI, but last time I was in San Francisco, it was like 7 p.m. at night, like not even dark outside. And I was in like, what's it called? Union Square? I always forget now at this point. But I've been to a lot of squares. Is it Union Square? I don't know. Basically, I was going to like a 7-Eleven that was around there, like heavily populated. It's where like the main shopping area was. And there was a guy literally taking a dump on the sidewalk, broad daylight, mind you, taking a dump on the sidewalk, just pants down, taking a dump. Not like off in a corner somewhere, in the middle of the sidewalk. That's what he was doing. Rob dipped out of SF to Las Vegas. Yeah, Rob's in Vegas now. Robo is indeed out in Vegas now. Hold on, give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta go grab. I have a coffee actually in the living room, and I need to grab some other bulk that's out here. All right, I think I lied. I think I put all the bulk in here already. The stuff that I was going through. Why do they place a certain amount of cards in the back when opening a pack? They do that to put the rare in the back, to just makes it more exciting, It gives you that sense of build up. That's what people do. Downtown LA. I mean, there's certain parts of downtown LA that are like okay, but I think the general vicinity, yeah, any metropolitan area is going to have areas like that within and around it. That's just how it goes. Like the richer one area is, the like less attentive, I guess, or neglected. The more neglected like areas around it become, and that just happens. Does Pender still buy cards from you? Haven't heard from him in a while. No, we haven't seen Pender in a while. He pops in and out every once in a while. He doesn't really like. He hasn't been like buying things too much from us though, which is totally fine. You guys never need to order things from us. I think he kind of like dialed in like where he enjoys purchasing cards from and like opening them himself and things like that, and kind of established. That's kind of how like what a lot of streamers are for people. Like, I'm never gonna like try to tell you guys always order from us. Don't. If you find places that are nearby and reliable, and you establish those connections with people like in your own like circle, in the long run, that's going to be more beneficial to you. You know what I mean? So I think he has like somebody that does like distribution now. I think it was what he was telling me last time we spoke. He has like somebody like nearby that is a part of like distro that gets him like pretty good deals and in larger quantities and stuff for the things he does want. How do you feel about no slabs at Worlds? I think that's fantastic. People shouldn't be like Pokemon World Championships. It shouldn't be about like how big of a price tag on a graded PSA 10. You know what I mean? It like Pokemon was never about that in the beginning. It was never about that in the beginning. I think rock hard supremacy always. Rock hard supremacy will always take the cake. Maybe not financially, like money-wise, but the reason the spirit of the game is alive is not because of cards encased in plastic. It's because of the cards that we get to hold like this. You know what I mean? The real strength of the Pokemon TCG comes from the TCG itself and the trading cards themselves. Hi, Becky. Sorry, I totally just saw your comment. But yeah, no slabs and Pokemon Center items. Oh, are they banning Pokemon Center items? Like you can't bring anything Pokemon Center related? That's actually interesting. If like you can't do Pokemon Center items, like even if they're like older, because I think older ones should be okay. They should give it like a window. You know, like anything, like any set that's out of rotation, you can have stuff for. You know what I mean? Hello, Yuna. I'm literally just here. Shop isn't open today. I'm just sorting bulk today. This is a just chatting stream. We're literally just chatting. Pokemon ruin the events. What do you mean they ruin the events? I think TPCI is doing a great job with their events. They're taking all the money they're making, like, because they're making ridiculous amounts of money in the last couple of years because of all the attention that's on it, and putting it directly back into the events they throw. They're effectively going out of their way to try to make like things bigger and better for people. Like you should have seen Worlds like before Yokohama happened. You know what I mean? Like before Yokohama happened, I think that was like their real telltale sign of like, oh, like we got something here, like for like the big events, because every year after Yokohama they've just been leveling it up with the production value. So like Yokohama, Honolulu, and then even Anaheim was crazy, and now this year, like the event's gonna be sick. I'm not going, but the event's gonna be sick. Like the stage arena at like Chase Center. Like, are you kidding me? That's like crazy. That's crazy. And I don't think people realize like how cool that actually is to see how far the events themselves have come. Like that's pretty freaking sick, man. Where are my Vulpix? There's Vulpix. Great Hall Net reverses. Okay, and then Metagross reverse. Then we can put the rares on top. Probably won't be able to get Pokemon 30th anniversary for retail. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. If it wasn't in SF, like obviously we had Anaheim last year, right? You know, like we had it last year. You don't want to fly out to California again to go to SF, which is arguably a worse area to be in than Anaheim. Like in my opinion, is like less appealing, way less appealing even than Anaheim. Anaheim, you have Disneyland, you have Los Angeles and stuff like that. And there's like places you can go, but if you're in like SF, you're like kind of just in SF. Hope you're prepared for the massive amount of orders for 30th from the Pokewall. Yeah, we are. I mean, we're not gonna be prepared for the 30th anniversary. Not in the slightest. Well, I'm gonna get as much as I can, like we always do. But you know, it's not easy to get like product for us either. I will say we get more than your average like collector, obviously, but I don't know. Like I typically don't get to rip any of these sets for myself nowadays, because we have to like use it all for inventory. Otherwise, we run out. We run out, and we just don't have enough. Forgot to put my pumpkaboos away. But yeah, that's why Trev and I are going to try to go. We're going to go to Japan around the time of Worlds this year instead. Do you remember me from yesterday? I said, have you got anything crazy? We have a lot of people that come in and ask if we've gotten anything crazy, Ian. But nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. It would have been, what, like Sunday stream probably? Might have to put a limit on the 30th set. I might have to. We might actually have to bring back limits. Because you know us too, like opening day, if we can, we're not charging market. We're probably going to try to split the difference, you know? So maybe like day one, we might do like limits, especially if we're going to like try to cut some deals for people when we do like a reserve little bit of it. I don't want to do it for members only. Which, by the way, members, I have been wanting to like come up with like some more rewards and stuff. I just feel like it would be putting deals behind a paywall, which I have never been a fan of. I don't want you guys to pay for deals. So like I just that's the main reason I haven't done one in a while. I was like, I don't think that's like fair, you know. I don't think that's fair. So that's why I've been trying to come up with, you know, like content that we could do for members only that you guys get to watch, which would have been like the After Dark stuff where we talk more. But Trev, he just hasn't been here. So next time he's here, I'm going to force him to sit down with me for a little bit and film a video. We would have done it, I think, the last stream he was here, but we went way too late. We went way too late. But yeah, do I like Pokemon? I don't know. Do you like Pokemon? What about the story of Ant-Man and Wasp? What do you mean, Ant-Man and Wasp? Like, where's my Wasp? I am very, very happily single at the time. For the time being, at least. Last message, Ant. Vendors are barred from selling items over 1K for most products from the Japanese Pokemon Center, including plush and TCG items. Restriction means high-end chase cards. Oh. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that does kind of like suck for vendors, because there are going to be some people that go to Worlds and while they're at Worlds will want to acquire some of their like grails. You know, it's like a huge localization of people's grail cards, and I think my only gripe with that is that with the current state of the market, a $1,000 grail card, don't get me wrong, $1,000 is a lot of money, guys. But $1,000 grail card is that's really cheap right now. Like, there are cards going for 5, 10, 15, 20, 50. Like I can call probably like 10, 15 people in the next 5, 10 minutes. And all of them probably have like a minimum like 5K card just sitting in inventory. That's not even like considered a grail, you know? Like the average grail card nowadays, even if it's like a modern chase card, hell, Mega Gengar and Pikachu and Dragonite's roughly around $1,000 from Ascended Heroes, a set that came out this year. So that is my only gripe with that. Is there going to be some people chasing those cards, and if they won't let you sell those, that kind of sucks. Like $1,000 like price cap is going to like greatly limit some of like the cool stuff that actually could show up to Worlds, whether it's graded or raw. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for not including graded cards at the show, That's totally fine. But even like raw cards, like $1,000 cards nowadays are so common. It is so common for like a chase card to be $1,000 plus, which is kind of crazy. Like Pokemon's kind of like, well, we've talked about this before, but like Pokemon's kind of become like a rich man's sport. Like in times like these, like this year, last year, and like the big boom of like 2021, is when you get those kind of like fluctuations. But now that the time frame from like 2021 to 2026 has happened, is those pockets that you could still find of Pokemon where like things were kind of undervalued, like when Double Crisis would have been like $50, you know? Nobody was paying attention to Double Crisis in like 2023. They were still so cheap. But now, like those pockets don't exist anymore. You know? Like the pockets of being able to find those hidden gems and find like more affordable things. Like the floor has been raised all across the board. You know what I mean? So if like the floor has been raised all across the board, that does like hinder a lot of people's entry, which is why I do think master setting has become such of like a beautiful thing now, because like you keep yourself in like a certain lane, and like a majority of the stuff you're picking up is stuff like this that's going to cost you less than $1. So your world is completely evolved around Pokemon, and it really amazes me how dedicated you are to this. But yeah, I mean, Moto, like I eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like it's become like a huge part of my life. It wasn't always this big a part of my life. I genuinely enjoyed it, but it kind of happened. It happens when you start a business and like have like a community that you kind of hang out with multiple times a week. So that's just you know. But yeah, it's always been like a massive part of my life. Don't get me wrong. I've always been a like huge collector of trading card games, and like trading card game culture has probably been like the actual bigger part of my life. You know, playing and stuff like that, and getting to hang out with like friends, and that's like what we do. That's what we do for fun. Is we play trading card games. That's how we see each other. And I think the community aspect of it is really what kind of just drives me towards it more so. Don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, true. Cutting seals is good. Stops reselling. I think yes and no. I think cutting seals is good and bad. I think it is good and bad because there have always been sealed collectors. There have always been sealed collectors that take great pride in how clean a seal is on a product. Like, for example, like this, whether it's like a video game, whether it's stuff like that, just the preservation of those items, like collecting sealed has always been like a very like prevalent thing. It's always been a prevalent thing. Like you keep the product, you keep the entire product, not just what's inside. So I do think cutting seals keeps people from doing that, which would be the only like real downside in that opinion. But I will say it's like fine for the time being because 99% of the people who are going to be first in line at a lot of these restocks are people that are aiming to resell. And I think that's, you know, I guess it's like, okay. I guess it's okay that they cut the seals. Especially for like One Piece stuff, like at the One Piece stores, they're like heavily targeting their player base. So they're hopefully they open the packs so they can get their cards. And like, that's how they do it. Like, so when they cut their seals at shops like that, totally fine, totally understandable. Because that's what they want people to do. They want them to open them up, play the cards. But at like a Target and like a Walmart and stuff like that, there are people that are chasing that sealed box. You know what I mean? That's my only opinion on that. Yeah, Pokemon Go. Ian, I do have Pokemon Go. I don't use it very actively though. Whatever now, like Pokemon Center, etc., like that different. I don't know. Is Pokemon Center cutting seals? Pokemon Center, like U.S. Pokemon Center. I know there's a lot of a lot of distribution lines in Japan that will cut seals and take off the shrink wrap for boxes before they are distributed to stores or like shipped elsewhere. That's why they're called we call them no shrink boxes. We get boxes with no shrink wrap on them. They're still technically like sealed. You know, you still have the pull tab intact, but they take out that extra bit because those boxes are meant to be open to begin with. About 15 minutes before we get into the Pokemon Secret Forest here in Seoul. Let's go, Pat. Enjoy. Take lots of photos. Post them in the Discord. Oh, wait. I see one. I'm literally looking over at the Discord right now, and the first thing I see is a photo of the Pokemon Forest. Dude, that's so sick. Hopefully you guys have the best time. That sounds like so much fun. Trev and I were saying when we go in September, he's like, yeah, we got to go to the Poke Park. And I was like, what's the Poke Park? He's like, are you kidding me? He had to school me on this thing the other day. Are you going to have the Series 2 when it comes out? Becky, I will. Probably not for sale on the website. But I'll probably get like a decent amount of it. So if you want some of it, just let me know. Like I'll get some of that to you. Like I was probably just, if we got them, I was just going to rip them and get the cards out. But if you guys want packs, like I'm probably not going to put them on the website. That'll be like a person to person thing. Like if you want them, just let me know. Because if we do put them on the website, we won't have enough for everybody. And then usually when we don't have enough for everybody, I get emails about people saying like, why did these sell out so fast? I'm like, sorry, we only had 6. What do you want me to do? You said Series 2? Yeah, Series 2 of the illustration first partners. We gotta get the Johtos. What can I say? We need the Johtos. Ripped a card because I found out it's fake. That's really the only way to know whether or not a card's fake is to rip it. So, unfortunately, you did the right thing. These are all perfect order. All perfect order. And that is okay. So we'll keep perfect order in a sleeve like this. Told you, this is exactly what we're doing. No, I love these streams more, just Pokemon Talks. Yeah, we're literally just vibing. We're just vibing today. So, I mean, 35 of you guys still like hanging out. This is like really what it's about. You know, this is really what it's about. Just, you know, I was gonna swear. I was gonna say like shooting the S. I still can't swear. It's still family friendly, but yeah, this is like what it's about. You just chill. We don't have to be ripping expensive stuff all the time. I'm literally, like, the most expensive card that's sitting in front of me. Oh, okay, never mind. I have some expensive cards sitting in front of me. But not on purpose. I have, like, inventory here. Like, vending inventory. Like the Cinccino. This isn't vending inventory, actually. This is a PC. This is, like, one of the first cards I've added to the PC in so long. Something about it. I think it's my favorite card from Chaos Rising. So, I think I'm gonna try to get, like, a page of the Cinccino. I also want to like build the deck. The deck is terrible. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so much fun. Ian, we don't stream every day, no. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays typically, and they're usually live break streams. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Excavator Pikachu? Which Excavator Pikachu? Oh, like the Fossil Museum? No, I actually don't have the Fossil Museum one, but they're running it back right now, Becky. They're running back the Fossil Museum stuff. So I can technically get one right now. Online. They're a bit cheaper than they used to be. We have like I don't even know if I have a Fossil Museum coin still. If I do, it's in, we'll say, a very safe place, because I have no clue where it is. How do you join the Discord? If Maria's in the chat, she can drop the invite link in the Discord. I have another question. Why the beanie hat? What's your hairstyle? I mean, my hair is just really long right now. It's just really long right now. So, I've just been lazy. I just wear a beanie when it gets long, and I don't feel like styling my hair. How's your massive binder going? Is it getting filled? It is, Ali. I took a lot of the playables out. There are people that still enjoy the playables and want to buy them. But I'd rather just have the playables like on TCG Player or easily accessible in like a box or something that I could just filter through. Especially if anybody comes in on. Typically, people when you come into the streams like this, you're not going to be asking people for playables, but I like to have them if they need them. We'll get exclusive one from the museum. Why are you kidding me? You don't have to buy me a gift, Becky. That is very nice of you, though. Allie, there are 36. 36. But I've been filling it up with promos. Here, I'll show it off. Let me go grab it real quick. It's out in the living room. All right, here we go. Welcome to my jumbo binder. Yeah, so we have like these are prismatic evolutions, sticker collections. I think no, these are poster collections. So Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. Some stuff from Black Bolt, White Flare, the Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig promos. Ascended Heroes, Kamala, and Tangela promos. Some Teal Mask Ogerpons. I think Twilight Masquerade, and then these are pin collections, I want to say, for Ascended. So I've been building it from the front again. So we have a lot of these pages still to get through for the front. And then at like the halfway point, we've got like some celebrations cards in here. Like the lower, this is like lower end stuff for like 25th anniversary, random stuff that people might be looking for. This is all celebrations. And then we have like McDonald's cards in here from the 25th. So like, all the starters up until that point, up until Scarlet Violet, I believe. Or no, up until Sword and Shield. We didn't even have Scarlet Violet yet. Yeah. And we've got the Pikachus at the end. What else? I gutted this page. This is just random evolutions. Because people always come up to the table and say like, hey, do you have a Sylveon card? And I could just say yes, and just give them a Sylveon card. These are all Vivid Voltage Charizards, funny enough. So reverse hollows and non-hollows. We just had a bunch of them from when we were opening Silver Tempest way back when. Japanese Pokeballs from 151, and then this is all Yukimori. It's just stuff that I get asked for all the time, and we just kind of... This is like stuff that I can charge like $1 or less than $1 for most of it. You know? Or like if somebody comes up to the table, it's their first card show. Like it's always fun to look through binders, and like having one that big is kind of just like an eye catcher, you know. Did you get the Neo Fossil Pika on Pokemon Center? Oh, the new Fossil Pika. That's Becky was just asking me about it. Becky was just asking me about the fossil one. So that's like half my height. Yeah, it's like. I think the thing's like 3 feet. I think it's 3 feet long, just about. It's so funny. It's like maybe 2 feet, or 6 times 3 times. Yeah, it's probably about like 3 feet long, almost about 3. That's crazy. Maybe not 3, like 2.5. 2.5. Zalush said that's basically my height. Yeah, me too. Here we go. Let's get these sleeved up now. Yeah, the thing is, that binder is huge. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, we don't really like sell things out of that binder. If I do, like it'll be like people grab 1 or 2 cards and I'll say, give me $1. It's mainly just I think it's very inviting, you know, at the table to have something so big like that. What's up, bands? Have we seen Anthony with no beanie? Yeah, whenever I get like a haircut, like I'll go through a phase where I don't wear a beanie for like a while. It's just because my hair is really long right now. I haven't had time to get a haircut. Like getting a haircut for me is like I have to basically plan my day around it. I can't just go get a haircut. Giving a stamped card. I'm hoping they still have some when I go next week. Sick. Should definitely get that. Hat ant and hair ant. That is true. There is hat ant and hair ant. I'm doing great, Bands. We're chilling today. I told people I wasn't gonna stream today. I was like, I gotta catch up on Sorting Bulk, and they're like, yo, I wanna watch that. So I literally just said, all right, bet, I'll set up the cameras and we'll just sit and chat. So we're just hanging out today. There was a coin. Yeah, Moby, I think, is it the Fossil Museum? I swear, I think I have one still somewhere. I think we sent one to Trevor Y, golden ticket. I'm pretty sure. But we should still have one. I don't know where it would be though. We have so much random stuff in the closet. You guys have no clue. I'm gonna be honest. You don't even, you see maybe like 20% of the stuff. Like, it's not like the stuff we have in the closet's worth like crazy amounts of money. It's just like random stuff you like honestly may have never seen before. And Tyrantrum skeleton commemorative. Oh no, it's a different one. Yeah, that'll be a new coin for this one. Sorting Bulk can be a process. Yeah, 100%. How do we sort Bulk? What's the strategy here? Basically today since we're doing like I'm gonna be putting up Pokemon like lower end like bulk stuff onto TCG Player. Now that it's kind of like built out a bit more, like obviously our biggest sellers are gonna be Riftbound #1 always. One Piece we get pretty consistent sales for as well. Pokemon is going to be going up as well, but I'm going to be a bit more selective with the Pokemon we put up. So here I have like I have an entire row of all of the reverse hollows. These are all reverse hollows from Ascended Heroes. Like, funny enough, I could like master set Ascended Heroes. Like I could do a master set of Ascended Heroes. All I would have to do is buy. Which it sounds dumb, but like I would just have to buy the SIRs and the IRs, which you can do. It's expensive, but the hardest part of a master set is typically getting all of those too. Like, the easy part can just be like buying the high end if you have like the money to do it. Which honestly, like, I don't know if I could probably couldn't afford to do it, but like, well, like. I could afford to do it. I'd have to probably sell some things to make me comfortably able to afford it. But all that to say, usually the easiest part is the high-end stuff. If you just go buy it. Could I buy a master set from you? Do you want me to master set it? Because I think I have every single reverse hollow. I have at least one of every single reverse hollow. Do you actually want me to? Do you actually... Oh, the lower end? Yeah, Jordan. I could, like, put it together for you. Because I should have at least one of each. Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to be... Was I doing this? Okay, I thought I mixed for a second. Yeah, if you want a low-end master set, Jordan, I can do that for you. Because, yeah, right now would be, like, the best time for that. Because I literally have all the reverses sorted. I think the trainers are out in the living room. So I have to finish sorting the trainers. But all the Pokemon are in here. And I think there might be, like, one or two missing. That may have, like... I may have just given to somebody because they asked me for them. But I should probably be pretty damn close to one of each. At the very least. Just get him out of here, Maria. Senna will be the first set I buy towards a master set instead of playing it. 100%. Jordan, I think for Ascended, that's definitely the smartest way to go. I would rip, like... I'll be honest, if I was going to master set Ascended Heroes, I would rip a couple hundred packs. Right? I would rip a couple hundred packs. Like, if I was to start from scratch, a couple hundred packs, I'd start with an ETB, I'd get my checklist. I want a physical checklist. I'd rip a couple hundred packs, which would cost me, you know, probably, if I were to be buying them, a couple $1,000s. Like I'd put a couple $1,000s into it, see what I pull, and that would be how I get a majority of my lower end, and then I'd buy the rest. I'd buy the rest. It's just one of those sets. There's too many cards. There are too many cards in that set that are worth high dollar amounts that it's just not worth it. It is not worth it to try to pull everything. Because statistically, in order to pull every like specific SIR from that set, holy crap. Holy crap. Becky, I think the only complete master set that we have not touched is Celebrations. We're not big master set collectors. We don't do that. That's just not how we've ever really collected. So I don't think we're ever really gonna like make that the forefront of how we collect. I've been thinking about master setting Perfect Order because it's so small and it's so cheap. Like I've been thinking about master setting Perfect Order, just like have it. But if I master set Perfect Order, I'm gonna do a master play set. So I would do 4 of everything. Which sounds kind of insane, but if you think about it, it's really not. It's really not. You can do a master play set of Perfect Order for like the price of probably the Gengar and Pikachu from Ascended Heroes. It'll probably only cost. It'll be less than. I want to say it's less than $3,000, less than $2,000 or $3,000 to do a master play set. So much respect to those who master Black Ball and White Flare. Black Ball and White Flare is a crazy one. Jordan technically is pretty close. Jordan's pretty close to Japanese too. Like I have it all here actually, still waiting for him. I never put in. He was here recently, but I never put the. Which one didn't I do? I can't remember if I put White Flare in or Black Bolt in. But the one we did put in is like really close, and then the other one we have like it's like 99% complete. 99% complete for the Japanese counterpart, which is sick. Perfect Order, easy master. That's what I'm saying. Like it seems like it would be really easy, relatively affordable. And when I was telling people like buy Perfect Order and like master set Perfect Order if you want to have like a goal right now, like I think that's good. I think that's a very, very good plan. Open some Perfect Order. Not a ton of it. Open some of it and then make those the cards you hunt for when you're at like a card show. Because when you find them, they're not going to break the bank, typically. Like some of the higher end cards, obviously. The Meowth is like $200. That's pretty expensive. $200 is expensive for a card, you know? But yeah, like it's compared to some of these other sets that are out right now, like I mean, Phantasmal Flames, you think about it, if you just wanted one of each card, not that expensive. Not that expensive. For a master set. Unfortunately, it's the 2 Charizards, and then everything else in the set is like $30 and under. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's Phantasmal Flames, but that's, again, I feel like I've told everybody this, including Becky. But Becky's mission was to try to pull it, which is why I tried to end that journey by just giving them to her. Like, if you want to master set Phantasmal, it's not going to cost you that much money compared to Ascended Heroes. Like, Ascended Heroes is going to be one that, like, is going to, like, break some people. It's going to break some collectors trying to master set that. So, you said unless you do a Becky move. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That it's expensive. Cosmic Eclipse. Dang, you got a Cosmic Master set, Jordan? I think Trev has a Cosmic Master set, basically. Just like hits though. Just hits. Not the low end. Because like we don't really, as much as I think a master set is cool, like if I'm putting cards in a binder, I want them to, it sounds silly, but like I want them to be the valuable ones. I want them to be the good ones. Whether that's even the regular base rare GXs and stuff, like the double rares and stuff. or the character secret rares. Like, that's what I want going in my binder when we're doing it. That's like the main reason we didn't try to do master sets and everything like that. And that's not just because we care only about the higher end stuff. It's just, I think, unless I am a master set collector, it's a waste of binder space to me. Personally. But if that's how you like to collect and display your cards, I say go for it and do it. That's just not what we do. Sorting bulk, fun time. Yeah, we're sorting bulk today. Big North. No shop today. I think the only thing, we'd only be able to put up like Chaos or Perfect Order today. Or a little bit of Phantasmal Flames, but not much. Lower end is the hardest, most tedious part. It is the hardest, most tedious part. But yeah, Jordan, just if you actually want like that, I could just throw it in. I honestly think I might have every EX too. Funny enough. Will I have the 30th anniversary? Yeah, we'll have English and Japanese. We'll have English and Japanese. We might actually be in Japan when it comes out, since they announced that it's coming out September 16th. What is this? Phantasmal. Yeah, I should have like one of each EX too. So if you want low end EXs and everything, I got you, bro. The only thing you're gonna be missing, I could basically fill everything, which I think should be in order too, until you get to the IRs, and then the IRs onward, you could fill in the rest. I'd have to put that in a massive binder though. It would have to be in a 4-row. It'd have to be in a 4-row, right? Because what? It's 217 cards before secret rares. 217 cards before secret rares, which is that's too much, bro. It's too much. I actually don't know what the card total is. Sent me some pics today of his what? Oh man. Hard for any ribbon ship to say if they'll have 30th collection this early. No, we'll definitely have it. You got to understand that like most rip and ship places, I love them, but like most rip and ship places that have started within like the last year or so can never confidently say that they're gonna have like the stuff. Like we will have it. I don't know how much of it we'll have, but we will have it. But yeah, I mean, people like Yuna and like Haxie, like we've all been doing this like a long time. Like Yuna can probably confidently say she's gonna have it. She might not know when or like how much it's gonna be, but eventually we will have it. Pics of his Anime World Pika cosplays today. Wouldn't know where to find those, would you? I don't know. Send me a photo of them, Maria, and then I can probably see what you're talking about. But if they're like the figures and stuff, I probably would be able to find those like pretty easily. Those are like, they're fan made, and there's companies that make those kinds of things. So I would just have to ask around. Is that a good set for me to start to buy for me to start collecting? Moto, Perfect Order, I would say yeah. Perfect Order for sure. Perfect Order for sure is a good one. Dang. All right, well, Jordan, it's a good thing I have all this sorted. It's a good thing I have all of it sorted. It's your boy Trev. Welcome to the starters. Re-upping. Making it. You're at stake tier now. Did you just make it to stake tier? Got a bunch of people at Spaghetti already. I still need to make a new badge. I just don't know really what we would do. I think Spaghetti is like kind of the top end already, so. If I send a box of something, would you rip it on air? I can, Brian. I can. If you want me to. Oh, that reminds me. Keith, are you still here? I have Keith said I had some bulk stuff that I was going to have to sort. But Keith sent me a package. Where's the package? I don't know if Keith's still here. I don't know if they want me to open this. They said they wanted me to open it on stream. Okay, Keith is here. All right, Keith, let me just black out your address here. or your return address, because our PO box is public knowledge. Just in case, I don't want anybody to accidentally see that. I feel like you're gonna get a hit. Open any pack, and I think it's gonna be a hit. You just feel it's just weird. Oh, okay, sure. I said I might open packs today. Here, I'll open 4 packs of Chaos Rising. 4 packs of Chaos Rising, and I'll sort the bulk. I told you today was casual. If I pull any SIR that's not Cinccino, I'll give it away next stream. Even if it's Greninja, I'll give away a Greninja. Cinccino's the only one I have to keep, though. No SIR. Hollow Keldeo. Yeah, I'm not gonna dox Keed. These are the only 4 I'm ripping, though. Claydol. Ooh. Gotta keep that. Cinccino. Yeah, the Cinccino's like my favorite SIR of the set. So I gotta, those I'm keeping. But as much as I like the Greninja, I don't have to keep the Greninja. I don't care enough about it. Reverse Transformation Tone. Reverse Metang. Hollow Trevenant. Last pack Magic. Just put 1 in every order till the... Oh my god, Keedy, crazy. Last pack. Alright. We got a Claydol to give away next stream. We tried. Let me take out the stuff that should be taken out. Hollows. Energy. Reverse. Metagross. Boom, boom. 2 reverses. Boom. Hollow. Energy, energy. Reverse. And that is all she wrote here. Chucking the energies. Reverses, hollows. Good stuff. At least you got 1 hit. No, it's okay. Don't apologize. I could have just said no. I was already saying earlier I'd probably rip a couple packs of Chaos on stream. Will the set you suggested be available on our site? Moto? Yeah, we have a good amount of Perfect Order. But honestly, like if you want to try to find it like in the wild, there's been a good amount of it at like Targets and stuff like that. It's a set not a lot of people are really caring too much about to buy because there's not like a lot of like margin on it, you know, like you're not buying it and then 2xing your money, which is what most of the people going to Targets are trying to do when they're clearing the shelves. So I'd say if you can find it in the wild, just buy it for MSRP. Don't buy it from us. Is Pokemon ever gonna die? I hope not. I hope the IP lasts forever. Like I don't think it'll just it's not gonna like, and if it does die, it's not gonna die overnight. It's gonna be slow, like a gradual downturn of people not really wanting to open it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we had 10 exactly. Dang, I have to fill a new sleeve just for Metagross. Brutal. Chaos and Perfect Order quite often that distort. Yeah, like it's still these sets you can find in the wild, which I think that's great. That just means nature is healing. Nature is healing. Is this 10 Pumpkaboos as well? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez, man. We had the exact amount of Pumpkaboos. And Metagross. You can really only fit 10 cards safely in a sleeve like that. It didn't die when it probably should have. I don't think it should have ever died. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be so for real. Can I just be really honest? I think the people that are like hoping Pokemon dies are like people who are too late. You know, when it was readily available, and it's typically when people are hoping on the downfall of Pokemon, it's because they weren't real fans. You know, they weren't enjoying it and like partaking in it when it was easily accessible. You know? Like, Pokemon was, like, easily accessible for so long. Like, so long. And I just feel like most of the people that are like, oh, I hope it dies, are like people who secretly just miss the boat and kind of just want it in. I think those are the people who wanted to make profit on it. You know what I mean? It's the people who are mad that it's expensive are mad because they weren't able to capitalize on the fact that it became expensive. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Like 9 times out of 10, that's the read I get from people. Like, if you were like a fan, like in the earlier days, Maria sent you a message about where my friends got those packs you were talking about. Oh, you sent one to Maria. Gotcha. I was 15 in 1999. Yeah, if you were 15 in 1999, that's honestly like old enough to have enjoyed Pokemon. Pokemon was for everybody. There's people that were like in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s in 1999 when it came out that enjoyed it. But it came from a place of like real enjoyment, you know? Like they collected it because they liked it. Back then, it wasn't for the money. All right, here we go. Keed, I'm keeping the address off screen. This is our P.O. Box address, so everybody probably knows that one. All right. There's a little bag in here that says gift. Hopefully you don't have this. Let me check this bubble wrap down. All right, so this is the gift. Hopefully I don't have this, is what it says. And then, let me just, I think that's like it, right? It's this and then the cards here. And then, just wrapping and stuff, great. Keith, thank you so much for sending this. You know, you guys never have to send us gifts. We love them though. We love the gifts, I won't lie. It's always so nice. They're always so thoughtful too. Like, bro, why are you sending me a Gardevoir like this? It's actually funny though. I actually I sold my one of my personal copies of this last year. All right, let's see. So are these the hitbox cards? Obviously, except for the Gardevoir. I think you wanted me to have the Gardevoir. Hoping for the downfall is different than hoping things cool down so we can buy it. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. PSA 1 contender? Oh, fire. I don't think I'm gonna send it to get graded. I don't need it to be a PSA 1. Yeah, this would be a PSA 1 though, for sure. I'll chuck this in a binder though. Here, I'll do it now. Let me do it right now. Where's my... Is this it? Let's go! I think this is where my Gardevoirs are. Yeah, Pikachus, Gardevoirs. Yeah. Thank you, Keed. This is my PC binder. This is my PC binder. So let's chuck this in here. Look at that. Amongst the greats. It's my Gardevoir section. And forever it will be. Let's go. Thank you, Keed. That's so nice of you, man. And then, what are these? Are these the hitbox cards? We're just giving away Carbinks? Why are we just giving away Carbinks? That's Ascended Heroes. And a bunch of, like, EXs, Pokeballs. Ooh, the Phantasmal Flames promos. Suicune. Mega Evolution Kyogre promo. Bunch of, like, EXs. Keith, this is, like, a bunch of stuff. Sure you want me to, like, give all this away? Oh, dude, like, these Eevee promos? Scarlet Violet? I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, chat. I might have to keep those, Keed. Keed, I can, like, pay you for this stuff. This is stuff, like, I would actually pay you money for. Or, like, trade you for. Like, the... Ruxish. A bunch of full arts? Key, this is crazy, dude. Look at this. Key just out here trying to bless the community and saying, like, give this stuff away. This is, like, legitimately stuff we buy, Key. So. Nah, it's too much. It's too much, Key. I feel like I gotta give you money for this. Or, like, trade. What do you want? What's a card you're looking for right now, Keed? And I'll see if I can find it for you. If you're hooking up the community like this fat, that's crazy that you want to just give all this away to people. Keith literally just said give away cards, like one per order until we run out. W Keith. Let me get some W's in the chat for Keith. That's crazy, dude. And then this is what I care about. This is the bulk. Because I know a long time ago we were trying to talk about like this trade, and then I was just way too busy to like keep up with it like on my phone. So if there is a card you're looking for, Keed, you let me know. This is low key too much. Not even low key, high key too much. And I know you're saying no, it's fine. But I'll probably just end up sending you something anyways, so let's try to make it something you actually want. Let's go! Look at this. Night stretchers. High value. Pokepads. All the playables. Bro! I'm keeping this. If you know, you know, chat. If you know, you know. Bro, what the hell? Yeah, Keith, this is like good stuff. This is the good stuff. Alright, I will not be sorting through this today. This is gonna be a little too much for me to sort. I'll probably take out those Pokepads, because I have a section for them already. But the other stuff, I will have to sort out into the other playables. Do I want bulk? Nah, Becky, we have too much bulk right now. This is just like all playable bulk. Keith, thank you so much. Oh, I gotta open the gift, though. I will open the gift. I will open the gift here. Hold on. Let me just pull out the Pokepads. Pokepads. Damn, there's like Arvins in here too. Pokepads. Let's go. B says, thanks for sorting my dinner. The card summoned her. Look, Bethany, look what Keed sent us. Look. I feel like low-key I gotta keep that forever. Keed, I don't know if you were here during like the actual Lost Vacuum Hunt days. I don't think you were here yet. This may have been before your time. But Lost Vacuum, from Lost Origin, right? That was the only card we hadn't pulled from Lost Origin, from like thousands of packs, and never pulled a Lost Vacuum. So we put like a bounty on Lost Vacuum at one point. Funny enough. That's actually so funny that was in there. So that's like that's actually a funny enough, like a sentimental card for the wall. But I actually don't own one. I've never owned one. So that's properly hilarious. And the fact that Bethany is here too is so funny. The fact that Bethany just pops in for the Lost Vacuum is so silly. Jordan got me English and Japanese. The Lost Vacuum collection is complete. See, I'm just like Bethany for real now. I'm low-key keeping this forever. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in the PC binder. Keed, I will accept this gift graciously. It's okay to ask you and Keed for starters of those cards. What? Starters of what cards? I'm gonna give it its own page. Lost Vacuum gets its own page in the PC binder. Look at that. After all these years, chat, I finally own this card. Let's go! We did it. Yeah, Anthony has a vacuum. It's about damn time. That's so funny, dude. That is actually so funny. Are those? Oh, those are the perfect order ones back here. Okay, all the perfect order ones. Let me sleeve these up. Then these are trainers I have to sort for Ascended, I believe. Reverse trainers. Dreams do come true. All right. These are all reverse trainers from Ascended. So I'll do this on stream too. Yeah, we already have a PokePad section too. Oh, no reverse hollow PokePads though, it looks like. Not in there. Alright. Oh. Gave away a vacuum for the bounty too. That's true, yeah. Alright, sweet. So these are gonna go into, let me put these in a box. Just so I remember that we're giving these away. For Keed. Courtesy of Keed, we have hitbox cards. I'm gonna set these back here for now. Dude, that's so sick. That's so nice of you, Keed. That's so insane, man. Just blessing the community. Because that's like good stuff, too. That's like properly good things. Like some really cool cards in there. Alright, let me open my gift. So Keed said, hopefully you don't have this. Ooh. Bro, what? I don't have one. I don't have one of these. That's crazy. Keed, why are you sending me this, bro? Chat can't even see it. I see it through. Dude, what? That's a crazy one, too. If you guys don't know what this is, this is like one of the, like, items they were releasing, like, in the early 2000s, late 90s for Pokemon. It's the Power Bouncer. They had a, like, a full run. They have them on the back here. Like, a full run of these bouncy balls with the figure on the inside. And this one's sealed. I think we probably have one of these, like, we'd probably have a Squirtle, not sealed. It would be, like, just the bouncy ball and, like, a tub of toys we have tucked away in storage. Bro, that is nuts. That's so sick. Dude, that's going on the wall for sure. Hold on. Let me hop on the couch real quick. Keith, that's crazy, bro. Alright, this is why we have, like, these little hanger things back here for, like, these kinds of toys. What do I take off of here for now? Let me put it in front of this. I can hang this. I can hang this right here. That works. Just hang that guy there. Just pop it right up here. Bro, that is fire. This is where we keep, like, all the vintage toys that would be, like, hung up. Dude, that's so sick, Keith. Thank you. What the heck? I wasn't expecting it to be something like that. That's on, yeah, that's like, that's on the wall forever now. That thing is sick, dude. Like, legitimately, like, completes that row now. That's heat. That's heat. I mean, if you guys have been here a long time, you know, like, we love that kind of stuff. We collect the memorabilia and those. So I don't have a sealed one of those. That's crazy. That is an insane gift, Keith. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that looks so cool up there. I love the packaging on those is so sick too, because it's it just looks like a little, like, it looks like a blister pack for a little figure, but it's a bouncy ball on the inside. So the whole thing is, like, clear in that little bubble. That's so cool. W Keat again. That is nuts. That's a very, very, very thoughtful gift, Keat. So thank you very much. That's so sick. What the heck? I'm looking at how it looks like in the background too. It's like really small, like obviously on camera, but yeah, dude, that's fire. That's so fire. What the heck? When you were saying like a gift, I was not expecting it to be like a vintage toy. That was like one of the last things I would have been expecting for like a hopefully you don't have this kind of thing. And I like legit don't have one of those. So congrats. You got me stumped. You got me stumped. I didn't have it. Do you have the whole entire Eevee evolution? Like I have at least one card for every evolution in this building. Yeah. Nah, dude, that's sick. That's like OG like Pokemon memorabilia items. That's like the kind of stuff we like properly collect. If you guys were here for like the early whatnot days, there was a time where we like sold some of that stuff on stream. So like some of the early like finger skateboards and stuff like that, which are worth insane amounts of money now, like compared to what they were. Like we had some really crazy stuff back then. Some really crazy stuff back then. Some of those are really like impossible to find now. So that was sick. If you'd be open to giving 2 or 3 of those cards, help me start something with collecting if you're cool with it. And keep Moto. Unfortunately, we don't really like send stuff out like that typically. Especially if it's stuff that was sent in here for that. Is for the purpose of being given away to people who are ordering. Unfortunately, so like we will not be able to do that. Night Stretcher. Alright, back to sorting. These are all the reverses from reverse trainers from Ascended Heroes, so let me get these all going here. There's going to be too many. They're not going to fit all on the table, probably. I don't know. How many trainers are in the set, actually? Like, there might be way too many. Team Rocket's Transceiver, Mega Signal, and Concordia. Team Rocket's Giovanni. I already have one. Proton, Ends, PP Up, Canary. Oh my god, yeah, there's going to be way too many. Team Rocket's Great Ball. I don't have a Team Rocket's Great Ball already. Fighting Gong. Nighttime Mine, which apparently Nighttime Mine is decently valuable. It's funny. See this message? So you have all Eevee evolution cards. I already answered your question. We have at least one. At least one of every Eevee. Of every Eevee evolution. Urbane. Mystery Garden. And this is why it would be good to have a physical checklist here. Because then I'd be able to put them in order. Thick Scale, Urbane, Team Rocket's Great Ball, Glass Trumpet. So first, Team Rocket's Giovanni. Luckily, there's not multiple kinds for these. It's just reverse, like regular reverse holo for the items. Love being a Volcarona fan. Not hard / expensive. True. Need someone to help sort both. Yeah. Eventually, Harry. Team Rocket's Transceiver, Canary, Team Rocket's Energy, Ends PP Up, Proton, Light Ball, and Ultra Ball. I probably have the Ultra Balls already put away. I probably have Petrels put away. Let's see, Lily's Determinations. Oh, I didn't put the reverses in for those, though, actually, so we can do that now. Alright, let's get all these reverses sleeved up here. Hi, Harry. How we doing? I'm literally, this is all we've been doing today, is just chilling, yapping, sorting. This is what I do on my quote-unquote days off, which technically just aren't really days off. All right, Jordan, you're in luck. I have 1 copy of Team Rocket's Petrol and 1 copy of Lily's Determination reverse for the the master set. So I might need to maybe I'll open an ETB this week. Open an ETB, get a physical checklist, because I don't think I kept one. I don't think I kept a checklist. It's already 9:40. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for 2 hours? Just opened a box of Unleashed. Just went so neg. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh, that reminds me, actually, my buddy, Nerdy Batman, John. I have a box of Unleashed bulk and cards that I need to look through still to price out. I need to pay him for that. I need to pay him for the cards that are in there. I keep forgetting. Just been really busy, and now keeping myself even more busy with other bulk. My one Unleashed box was brutal. My case was brutal. Gracie asked me to save her a box from that case, and I'm glad I didn't, because I had pulled like all the over numbers that were going to come out of that case, out of the first few boxes, and they were really bad. And then the box she requested was terrible. I think she had asked for like box 5, so I opened it last. But we had pulled everything from the case, and like that box, I think, was admittedly one of the worst ones of the 6. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, the higher end is not going to be, like, great for you. But where a lot of the value for Riftbound is in, like, the commons, uncommons, and the rares. A lot of the value, it does add up. It really does add up. Like, a lot of those cards will end up being, like, 10 cents to 20 cents. But, you know, you get a bunch of those out of the box. He'd be happy if you would just get that man his gold and more Pekka. That is true. That is true. Nah, I love John. Such a nice guy. Also just rips insane amounts of product. He just... We have this... I did pull him the Mega Darkrai, and we were stoked for like 5 minutes. Wanted the Poros. I had one of the Poros, actually. Not a good one. We got like veteran Poro or something, but a buddy of mine was trying to get more over numbers for his showcase, more over numbers from Unleashed, because people just weren't selling them to him, so I just traded them to him, let him take them for inventory. Okay, so this is all the reverses from Ascended now. So that's all the reverses from Ascended tucked away. We're getting pretty close to the end of what I was going to sort today. Because I'm probably going to be putting this up into TCG Player at the end of the week. Probably like Friday. My day off on Friday. So funny with his comment. Yeah. No, that dude's a riot. Oh, let me go turn on the air real quick. It's kind of warm in here. Okay. I think that's about all the sorting I had to get done today. Evolving versus Prismatic. I'm gonna be honest. I love the artwork of Evolving more than Prismatic, if that's what I'm weighing it on. Both hit rates are abysmal. Both pull rates are abysmal. But yeah, I'd probably still have to put Evolving over Prismatic. Alright. And now we've reached the restock shelf portion of the stream. This is the stuff you guys don't get to see. If anybody ever like questions like, oh, they definitely search and weigh their packs. Get out of here. We literally break down, we have to break down like cases of these ancillary products to stock this stuff. You know, this is like the only way, like right now, that we can really get Phantasmal Flames. There's only 2 packs in here. 2 packs per box. So this is what we do. These are the Mega Zygarde EX Premium Collection boxes. We've been breaking these down for Perfect Order packs and a few Phantasmal. We have like 1 billion jumbo cards right now too. I remember I was like trying to give them away to people for a while, but just didn't work. Just didn't work at all. max out here. How do I want to do this? Yeah, it works. So 3 perfect order, 1 phantasmal on each side. 6 perfect, 2 phantasmal. Alright, let me take all these out. But you'll get 6 of these boxes in a case. You have lunch boxes. They fit perfect. The new Pokeball tins have 1 Phantasmal, 1 Perfect Order, 1 Twilight. Twilight? Dang, maybe I should open those. I want Twilight. It's my favorite set. Scarlet Violet era. Undisputed. Undisputed best set. In my eyes. In my eyes. More hits in Prismatic? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's technically more like SIRs than like alternate arts. But I don't know about the quality of the SIRs. Like, Evolving Skies is stacked, bro. I mean, Chilling Reign clears both. In my opinion, Chilling Reign clears both sets. Like, I think Chilling, artwork wise, is just going to be, I think that's just, once people get past the original allure of like just the fact that there's fan favorite Pokemon in Evolving and Fusion Strike, Chilling clears both. I think the sheer like amount the sheer amount of cards in there, every artwork is good. There is not a single bad alt art in Chilling Reign, in my opinion. Like, even the Tornadus. Tornadus is gas. Galarian Slowking, Tomokazu, gas. Every card in that set is a heater. Blaziken, heater. The Calyrexes, heaters. That Shadow Rider Calyrex is one of the most, like, beautiful cards to come out of this Sword Shield era, in my opinion. Just the sheer number of like good artwork in that set is crazy. Yeah, Chilling best set. My opinion. Obviously my opinion. But I don't know. I think it's gonna eventually reach a point where people realize that. Realize how stacked that set is. Like, it's so good. There's a lot of alt arts too. It's one of the sets that had more alt arts before they did the trainer gallery and started only doing 4 alt art V's per box, so VMAXs were still around. The VMAX alts were still around, but the Galarian Birds, like that Moltres card, banger, absolute banger. What else? Zeraora, Blissey. Like, cards that, like, Pokemon you don't get cool cards of very often, and they're all together. Oh man. Alright, restocking the shelves. I don't think there's anything else I need to break down today, actually. I think it's just perfect order. I'm probably gonna have to put up like a box of Chaos Rising. We'll probably break down a box for packs here. So I don't know if I'm getting ancillaries for Chaos quite yet. But typically, like, we've been keeping like a handful of boxes of Chaos on the shelf. We tried something kind of new, because sometimes we'll like get to the point where we like sell out of a set completely. So basically, anytime we've had to open one of these boxes that we've had on the shelf, we've kind of just bought one to replace it. Because I never want to run out of a set again. For like the newer stuff, at least. Because like we just can't even like find and get Mega Evolution right now. We can't find or get Phantasmal in quantity. This is like the only way, which is what I was saying. But yeah, all these like EX promos kind of just go in that lower end binder that we have for like the $1 to $5 cards, And with that, what is that? 6 times 6, so 36 perfect order packs, and only 12 Phantasmal Flames packs. So we have a good amount of perfect order right now, which is pretty good. Still, I'm feeling bad from the challenge that I gave you. You don't have to feel bad. If I didn't want to open a pack, I would have just said no and not done it. Don't worry about it. Alright, let me go chuck these on the shelf. But yeah, we're pretty thin right now, inventory-wise. So we'll try to restock Abyss Eye, like Japanese stuff as well this week. We should be better off come Thursday. We get our next wave of Ascended. We should have like another 100-ish packs of Ascended on Thursday. Maybe some Prismatic, I don't know. Oh man, I forgot to get a priority flat rate box. Actually, I don't need a priority flat rate box right now. Alright. Fine. Alright, this one doesn't have the best seal, so we'll just crack this one up then for chaos. But, yeah, I mean, you guys have been here long enough. You know we always break down stuff from products like this to get our packs. So that is going to be 36 chaos for the shop. We have 4 full boxes left on the shelf, so I'll probably try to get some ancillaries if I can. And if I can't, I'll just break down another box and replace those two. What did everyone have for dinner? I have not eaten real dinner yet. I'm probably going to do it in a bit here. I'm probably going to sign out here pretty soon, guys. Now that we've kind of gotten to the end of the shebang. I hope you guys enjoyed this little insight into what I actually do on our quote-unquote days off. Because our days off are not really days off. But a few of these come out of like some ancillaries recently, some like Battle Styles and Darkness Ablaze. But I think I have like an idea that I want to do. I kind of want to like create a little area because we have like empty boxes. I think of all of these sets. We have empty boxes of all these sets. I don't really want to keep those. So for these empty boxes, let me see if I have Battle Styles and Darkness Ablaze in here. Here, you guys can see how like big of a hoarder like I actually am. A sec here. Here's this picture frame we've never like filled with anything. Okay. But yeah, kind of for like some of these ancillaries, I kind of want to take some of these older boxes here. This is like Vivid. I'm looking for Darkness and Battle Styles, right? Chilling. Here's Darkness. Kind of just want to like fill them up and like display them. These are all all the Sword and Shield ones should be in here for the most part. Here's a Flashfire box from when we opened that. Fusion Strike getting kind of crushed down there. Cosmic Eclipse, Evolving Skies. Yeah, I kind of want to like just fill them up whenever we do get them. Like we get like a couple packs at a time. We don't get like a ton of these. Have a good night, Keed. Because like, how sick would this be if we like just occasionally, whenever we get them, like just load it up like this and like fill up the box. If we just like filled up these boxes and just had them on display. I feel like that would be cool, right? All in one box was great. That's Bethany's luck needs to be studied. Needs to be studied. But yeah, I feel like this would be pretty sick. Oh man. Look at that. Imagine. Instead of just like selling a couple packs at a time, we just like load them up and then we do like 36 in one go. But then I feel like if I fill them up, I'm gonna want like a full display. But yeah, what if we did that? What if I just basically like created like a little shelf that was dedicated to all these older sets, where that becomes like my sealed collection for a little bit, where we just like load it up. Because we occasionally will open some collection boxes. Like a lot of those Celebrations packs came directly from collection boxes that had like Evolving Skies, Battle Styles, Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, and we just had a few like random loose straggler packs. I think if we like open, just imagine that if we just had the open boxes, they wouldn't be like from boxes, so we wouldn't have like full box ratios. But I think honestly, for these older sets, you don't want that. You don't want full box ratios. Full box ratios aren't as good. Like the random loose packs are where it's at. All right, let's put this stuff back away for now. Time to hoard once again. So yeah, maybe I make that my mission for a little bit. If that's the mission, that could be cool. And we just like can one random day throw up 36 packs. Bethany will open one ETB of Fusion and get the Gengar in a little 10. Probably, bro. Not even a ETB, a 3-pack blister. Bethany's gonna open a 3-pack blister and get the Gengar in a little 10. Oh my god. That'd be so silly. What else do I need to do here? What's on the docket? I'm gonna give away this Claydol next stream. Probably just like first person that places an order. I'll just get this Claydol. Just remind me. Somebody remind me to give that away. We can put away these Mega Zygardes too now. I need more sleeves in here. One sec. I think Haxie's coming over tomorrow morning too. He's got to pick something up for me. I think he's gonna drop off some Ascended Heroes for me and pick up some Japanese stuff. What was I doing? EXs. Tuning over here tonight. Sloppy Fish Taco, thanks for being here. Hey, it doesn't matter. Alt's an alt. Alt's an alt, B. Wait, damn, this binder's like full. I have like 2. Oh, damn! I got these in here. I think I gave away the other ones. Alright, well, I'm probably going to need to take those out and put them in a different binder. Because this is supposed to just be EXs. I told you guys, I sometimes just be forgetting what we have. And that's like, it's the real key to success. Just forget what you have. If you didn't know, now you know. Just tune in, are we sorting only or ripping today too? We were just sorting today, Darkest. Technically, we can like... No, I don't really feel like doing orders today. Like, if somebody's like desperately wanting Perfect Order or like Chaos Rising, like if you're desperate, if you're like, dude, I need some Chaos Rising in Perfect Order today, sure. But those are like the only 2 I would put up right now. I wouldn't put up anything else. I want to get some more Phantasmal before we list Phantasmal. I think I have a few more things I could break down in the living room for Phantasmal. Alright, this binder, dude, this binder's thick. Super full. I wonder, ooh, should we look through my e-readers? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where my e-reader binder is right now. That's not good. I should actually keep track on that. Found it. Let's check this out. Like I said, we're just vibing today. What's the rate for Perfect Order? Never done a rip and ship, so I can be down to dabble. Darkest Tavern hit rate. It's same as like any of these other sets that have been coming out recently. Your average hit rate is going to be 1 in 3 for like an EX or better of like any kind. But if you're talking about for like SIRs and stuff, you'll see an SIR like 1 in every, I don't know, 72 packs. An IR 1 in every like 12 packs is kind of the ratio there. A little show and tell. Some of these, oh, actually, maybe I'll do this right now. I gotta like take off. Some of these came in sleeves that have like price tags on them, so I'm probably gonna take them off just so I have them. I got both Venusaurs now, reverse and the non-holo. So let me take out this Venu, put it in a better sleeve here. I think this thing's, damn, this thing's pretty clean too. Expedition. Oh, how much to open them? I think we've been doing $7 a pack for Perfect Order. That's just about market. Market's about like $7 a pack. Unfortunately, we can't like go too low on Perfect Order, but that is a set that you might be able to find like out in the wild, like at your Targets, Walmarts, and stuff like that. So honestly, if you can find it for MSRP, you're going to be paying like $5 plus tax, depending on where you are in the country. If you say hi to me, I'll give you $400 donation. Hi, Rudy. Don't give me a $400 donation, but hello. Ooh, Allie. I don't know if Allie's still here, but we got the Vulpix. I did pick up the Aquapolis Vulpix. That was a sick pickup. I wish it was reverse. This Houndour. I may have overpaid for some of these, but whatever. I think this will eventually become like vending inventory. I just want to have like a bunch of these though before we turn it into vending inventory for people to actually buy from. I think the only one I sold at the last show I did was a Snorlax, but it was going to like a relatively new collector whose favorite Pokemon is Snorlax, and he's like, dude, that's like such a cool one. It was the Skyridge one where he's in like the tub and he's like leaning up on the rock. He's like, that's such a cool one, blah 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 blah. And he was talking about like budget and stuff, and he's like, I came in here probably wanting to buy like $100 card, and like the market was like $110 for that card in like near mint condition. So I was like, I could do $100 for it, which is, it's a little under market. And he like walked around for a bit and was like, nah, I didn't find any cooler Snorlaxes. He's like, I gotta buy that one. It was sad to see it go, I won't lie, but it was going to a really good home. So that's like the only reason I let one of those go. So I don't even know if I'm gonna get a Snorlax back. Do I have a Charizard EX? Probably somewhere. Psychics. Alright, fighting is good. These are cool. I got the promos in, the Latios and Latias e-reader promos. From like right when the Ruby and Sapphire era was starting. No price tags on these. No price tags on these. We're good, right? Oh, bro, this Skarmory reverse is cooked. It is properly cooked. I paid $20 for this stuff, so it's fine. It was just so I could have it, with the other one. So I mean, honestly, let me move this Rocket Scizor down. I have to go through all my cards again and post in Discord. I've gotten a lot of random vintage singles lately from some shops. Sick. Bethany, if you got any e-readers that you don't want, let me know. I'll buy them all. Every single one of them. I only have one dark type, and it's a Murkrow. And then a couple items back here. Items and trainers. But yeah, I want to like try to get this binder relatively full. Vulpix reverse. No Vulpix reverse in here. I had the Yukimori Vulpix at one point, but that one sold immediately. I literally bought it at a show and it was gone in less than 5 seconds. Like I literally bought it and then the guy was watching me buy it in and said, give me that. And so I was like, okay. he saw exactly what I paid for it. And I was like, this is the market. This is what we base it off of. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I'll pay you the market. And just like snatched it up as soon as the guy walked away that sold it to me. It was gone so fast. But the Yukamori one, looking all cute, sitting in claymation. Some of my bag, I was looking for my debit card yesterday. I had Pokemon cards falling out. Honestly, fire. Very fire. But all right, guys, it's 10 p.m. So I've officially finished my sorting. I think my work for the day is basically done. So I'm probably gonna go eat a little bit of food, and that's kind of all I got for you. I'm not gonna upload this to TCG Player today. Not today. Is it a Pokeball? Oh, it's White Flare Pokeball. Interesting. We just have like stacks of cards here. You want to see the funniest card we have in the stack? This random Japanese Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX SAR. Randomly in a stack of cards sitting on this desk. That's always fun. That was something PokeZen and I we were at a bar, literally, and just opened a box. Because I think he had just restocked some inventory, so he just opened a box, and it happened to have that in there. So he just gave it to me. So I just paid for drinks and dinner. That was a fun time. Oh, man. Shut up, PokeZen, our ASMR king. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to sign out, go eat a little bit of food, maybe hop on, play some video games, and I might try to turn in early today. I wasn't, I'm just pretty run down. I'm tired. Gotta catch up on some sleep. So that's all I got for you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody who's hanging out here. If you haven't already, smash that like button on your way out. Drop a sub. I don't know if there's any new homies here, but if you're new, welcome in. We don't usually do this. This is very like atypical for one of our streams, but maybe we will do these. Maybe we will do some more of these. If you guys enjoyed this, we just sit, chat, sort some bulk. Stuff I do on our quote-unquote days off, like I was saying. So, any big Pokemon cards, like Jumbos? I do have some Jumbos. I actually just threw some away. Sorry. So, yeah, join the Discord if you want to know when and where we're streaming. So, have a good night, everybody. See you on Thursday. Normal shenanigans on Thursday. We'll have, like, the restocks of Ascended Heroes, etc., etc., Let me move this stool that I was using. Yeah, Ascended will be back in stock. All that good stuff. So, we'll see you on Thursday. Good night, everybody. Love ya. Bye.